Good evening. I have with me tonight two very bright lights shining at me from that direction. They may as well be an array of collapsed suns from how much heat they are radiating towards me. But that isn't the purpose of this video, because I don't think that would be a very interesting topic to talk about, you know, my impending blindness and so forth. However, what I am going to talk about is an instrument that some of you may have seen up on my bench here, and that is this. Looks like an oversized flugelhorn. It is an oversized flugelhorn, but what is this? I don't really know too much about it. It is ostensibly a tenor horn in E flat. Well, we call them tenor horns. People in America or of that inclination call them alto horns. It does fill the alto role, but because I follow the British brass band tradition, we call them tenor horns in E flat. But instead of playing it, you know, like this with the three valves on top, it's facing forwards. And from what I can see online, it is actually called a solo horn. That might sound a little bit strange to anyone familiar with the brass band tradition, because in the brass band the horn parts are named solo first and second, or just first and second, but that first one is called a solo horn. And so it came as a bit of surprise to me to find out that actually the solo horn is the name of this instrument, which I'd never heard existed until I saw it on eBay and thought, oh yes, I must have that. I can't really find out too much more information about it. There is a couple of examples of these. This one in particular is made by Le Fleur, imported by Boozy and Hawkes London. It's a pig of a thing to hold because of how front heavy it is. And effectively, yeah, it's a forward-facing instrument in the key of E flat. I don't know how much to talk to you about the instrument, because I don't know a lot, but some physical characteristics. It has these massive finger rings. I've rarely seen finger rings quite that generous in proportion. The serial number is 209. The third valve twists around in this lovely peculiar manner. It doesn't have a spit valve on the third valve slide. It's silver plated. That's about it, really. I have four gripes with this instrument, and they range from niggly through to annoying. The first is it is very front heavy. It is quite difficult, if you are unaccustomed to it, to hold it up in front of you for an extended period of time. What doesn't help is gripe number two. Gripe number two is that there is no place for my large oven mitts to wrap around these valves conveniently. There's just too many braces and pipes and tubing and things for me to hold this in any particularly comfortable way. Gripe number three, there is no water key on this third valve slide. When you take it out, because it is in this unusual folded array, you try to empty it, you sort of have to rotate and twist it several times to ensure that all of the fluid is out of it. The fourth is that there is no water key here on the bottom part of this instrument. If there was, I'm sure it'd get battered and attacked and so forth, but it really needs it. Reversing the instrument and twisting it around often frees a flood of fluid gushing forth to wetten the trousers of anyone who tries to play this instrument. And there ends the extent of my knowledge. So what I will do in lieu of any actual spewing forth of knowledge is I shall play for you a little bit more of the arrangement of Slavish Fantasy that I demoed in some of my previous videos. You'll be able to follow the music along and of course criticise every little lip slip that I make.